My name is Cameron Van Buskirk, and I'm from California. I actually didn't know who Kenneth Copeland was. The first day of school was actually the first day I've ever heard him speak. How I found out about him is my grandma told me about Kenneth Copeland Bible College. She said he opened a Bible college, and she's like, I think it'd be a really good opportunity for you. And I got accepted into it, and some things were happening at home where I was just kind of like, man, do I go, do I not? My parents were trying to move out of state. I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to be unsettled in two places. So I put it on the back burner. And, my grandma texted me again. She's like, hey, I really think you'd be missing an opportunity to, be in an atmosphere like that and be with that caliber of Christians and, not attend KCBC. I'm like, okay, I was already accepted. So I started looking into it a little more aggressively and, started praying about it some more because I'm like, this is twice my grandma's reached out to me, like unsolicited. Started watching EMIC online just to kind of see what it was about. So I ended up deciding that I was gonna go. And within 2 weeks, everything fell into place. And that was a huge part of my testimony. So I had an apartment, my tuition was paid for in full, and it all worked out within 2 weeks. There wasn't any troubles, there wasn't any issues getting out here, and it was just a long drive. Going into like Word of Faith, it wasn't, to me, it was like, oh man, this is great. It was like refreshing because I'm like, this is actually strong, powerful word, and we're taking God at his word rather than kind of like, what we feel. The hunger people have for God is what makes KCBC super unique. Everybody's here to seek after God. And the teaching is very unique too. It's very in-depth and equipping you. It's everything Brother Copeland's learned after the 50 years in his ministry and crammed into 2 years. There's always been provision here. And, actually about 3 weeks ago, my battery in my truck, it completely just went out. And I remember I had to get a new battery. It was like $300 or something like that. And I remember sitting in my truck. I'm like, okay, God, I'm a tither. I have my covenant right as a believer. So I call this bill paid in full. The next thing I know, I get a text saying, hey, you just got $300 from Grandpa, just out of the blue. So it's like seeing God's provision in that area. I think it's really laid the foundation for the next steps, and I think it's built my faith up to where I can believe God for really big things. Developing that covenant relationship with God is something that's really impacted me, and it's really helped me grow in my faith. Anxiety was something that I kind of dealt with a lot back in when I was 18, and it's something God has freed me from completely. And now whenever I have like fearful thoughts, like because of the foundation that's been laid here, Jesus showed me just cast away. It's not your care to carry, and it's just been super great being able to live free from that and knowing that that's not for me. Fear's not for me, anxiety is not for me, and that's something that Jesus has helped me overcome, which has been great. Really taking God at his word is something that I've grown in a lot, and really just developing that foundation of faith. God showed me that I can trust in him, and that when he says I'm well, I'm well. And when he says I'm blessed. People often limit God of what he can do, and God's taught me to never limit him. I mean, he's limitless.